Welcome back. This is Venture Finance 101, the pro version. What we're going to cover in this is everything that we already covered in the free version. And for those of you that have already seen that, consider this to be a deeper dive into the material. So not only are we going to talk about the what, we're going to talk about the how, we're going to explore different alternatives, strategies, tactics, maybe get into some stories and examples of things that others have done in the past that we can learn from. And so before we dive into the material, I think it's really important to first congratulate you on taking this step, because basically what it suggests is that you're seriously committed. You're committed to invest your time and your resource and partnering with others who can help you grow or scale your business. So congratulations on making that commitment. It's a big commitment. And when you think about scaling something, it might be important to put it in context. Let's talk about scaling a mountain. Where I came from, which is the great state of Washington, we have a beautiful, majestic mountain called Mount Rainier. And I was part of a team, I think I was 13 years old, that tried to scale that mountain. And in order to do that, we had leaders. We had people who planned, people who trained us, people who made sure we had the right equipment. Because it was important to plan that ascension during the right months of the year, making sure that we were aware of the weather patterns. Because once you start, it's not like you just park your car and walk up the mountain. No, you park your car, put on the pack, and you start to scale. And when you get to the base camp, you have to make camp, look around, hope the weather didn't change, and then, go for the full-on assault. And that is not that different from trying to raise capital, in my experience, because it requires a deliberate, planned, strategic assault. And you're going to be, as you scale this venture, reliant on trusting other people. So again, sticking with the mountain climbing thing, if you're all roped up, you've got other people on the rope. They're above you, they're below you. And if something happens, somebody slips and falls, you can dig in. And that's how business works. So with that having said, what we're going to do is talk a little bit first about the foundational knowledge. And the way this is going to be organized, there's essentially 4 chains of belief. One is that if you're going to do this and do it well, you need to first understand the foundational knowledge. What are the building blocks? Secondly, getting your house in order. I mean, you're essentially architecting a structure, and you need to make sure that the foundation is stable, and that as you add the bricks, the pillars and the windows and everything else, that you have a solid foundation. And that's about getting your house in order. The third thing is making sure you have a compelling offer. And really what that's about is understanding who you're trying to attract. There's a lot of different ways that you can get financing, everything from rocket fuel, from people who are trying to get big fast and dominate the world, to other sources. It could be that there's access to financing through governmental agencies who are really just interested in economic development, job growth. And there's lots of things in between the two. Lastly, you need to figure out what your sales and marketing strategy is. So the go-to-market strategy. So we're going to go through all those. We're going to tell some stories. But before we get going, let's talk about the foundational knowledge. So assuming that you're organized in the corporate form, and I recognize that depending on what jurisdiction you may be in, there's lots of different ways to organize your business. In the United States, LLCs are a pass-through entity that are frequently used. Corporations are the preferred vehicle for fast growth tech startups that want to raise venture capital for a variety of reasons. In other jurisdictions, you've got lots of different types of entities that typically look like one or the other. It's either a corporate form or maybe it's a pass-through form. And those actually are important questions. If it's just you and, a small group of people that are organizing it, you can maybe choose a form like a pass-through entity that works just fine. If, on the other hand, you are serious about trying to raise money from third parties, you need to think about what their needs are, because that's what this is about. It's about empathy. It's about making sure that, it's a win-win, not just for your company, but for others. So before we get rolling, one suggestion that I would have is to print the materials, print the PDF version, get a pen and mark it up. It's been my experience when people do that, they end up retaining a lot more of the information. So let's get started.